Hello and welcome to Rathod's IS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 8th November 2023. So without wasting any time, let us see the current affairs which appeared in The Hindu of Delhi edition. So we are taking this Delhi edition and we are seeing which are the articles important from our examination point of view. So we are picking out the articles and we are going to see the perspectives. So that perspectives is very important from our UPSC point of view, because as an UPSC aspirant you have to think regarding that topic in multi-dimensional manner. You should not think only on one way, right? So thinking of multi-dimensional manner is important to write your mains answers, and even that approach will helpful to write a beautiful essay with a multi-dimensional manner. Okay, so from that point of view, yes, thought process and getting perspectives is very important. And one more thing here is, nowadays in your UPSC mains, the questions are appearing not from a single dimension. So each and every question is linked with the other subjects as well. So you need to have a good knowledge regarding that so and so topic in different subjects as well. So that thing that we are going to see in this class. So first topic, so this is the front page of The Hindu edition of Delhi. So the first article here, it is about election. So if you are from Mizoram and Chhattisgarh, this article is important. So let me know how many of you are from Mizoram and Chhattisgarh. Okay. So title says Mizoram Chhattisgarh record over 70% of polling. So here you have to know like what are the measures taken by the government to increase this polling, especially if you see this Chhattisgarh, it is Naxal affected area. Yes or no? Yes, Chhattisgarh is Naxal affected area and it comes under the part of Red Corridor. So Chhattisgarh comes under part of Red Corridor. So here you have to see what are the measures taken by government in this Red Corridor and which are the measures that help to decrease this Naxal violence. So recently we saw a report that yes, there is decreasing of Naxal effect or Naxal incidents or Naxal violence. So this statement is given by none other than our Union Home Minister. Correct. You have to see what are the measures taken by government that led to decreasing of this Naxal incidents. Okay, Naxal attacks. And here you have to see one more important dimension from our polity point of view. That is, what are the steps taken by government of India, or you can say like what are the electoral reforms. So what are the electoral reforms? So these are very important. And apart from that, one more important thing that you have to see from this article here is polling ratio. So here there is 70% of polling that had happened. So in that 70%, how many percentage of women is there? How much percentage of women? That thing. And one more important dimension, it is from your ethics. So your future bureaucrat, yes, you are going to become district magistrate, right? So if you are district magistrate, so if the elections are there, then you will be having a tedious task before you. So you have to work day and night for 24 hours, at least 3 months before your elections in your so-and-so area. So that time, so what are the steps that you are going to take to ensure fair and free elections? Right? So please let me know if you are a district magistrate. So you found that there is malpractice that is going on and the political parties, they are violating the code of conduct. So at that time, so what are the steps that you are going to take? So these are the steps that you have to let me know, and these are the real life challenges that you are going to meet in after once you are becoming district magistrate. right? So please let me know what is the course of action. So think that you are an IAS officer now and you found that malpractice and violation of code of conduct is happening. So what are the steps that you are going to take? Okay, so please let me know in the comment box. Don't forget about this. So these all are the dimensions that you have to think from this article point of view. So if you got the perspective, so please text 1 in the comment box. Okay, please type 1 in the comment box, and if you are not getting these ideas, please type 2. Okay, so try to make this session more interactive. And one more thing is, if you want to get the notes of this class, you can join the Telegram channel and the link is given in the description box. So if you're watching this class and daily watch this Rathod Science current affairs analysis, so that you will be getting an idea and you will be having the consistency, because we are posting news analysis daily. Okay, and even if you are not covering that article today, so in tomorrow's class we are going to cover that, so that there will be covering of all articles will be there. Correct? And now let us see the next article. So next article, it is about 65% of quota. So as you all know that Bihar released data of caste census. So Bihar government released data of caste census. Okay. So on October 2nd, on Gandhi Jayanti 2023, so Bihar released the data of caste census. And it said that lot of population of Bihar, they belongs to extremely backward classes. So whenever they are having this data, then we can understand how much percentage of people they need assistance from the government. So now here Bihar government decided that we are going to increase this quota of reservation. So how much? They said that we are going to come up with 65% of reservation quota for OBC, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and extremely backward classes. So one thing you have to remember is one famous case, that is Indra Sahani case. Indra Sahani versus Union of India case. So in this famous case, our Honorable Supreme Court said that so reservation can be provided by the state government. Yes, reservation can be provided so that a state government can provide support to the economically backward and socially backward classes. But there is a limit. So what is that limit set by Supreme Court? It is 50%, not more than 50. But if you see in the case of Bihar, it is crossing 50 and they said that we are going to giving 65. Yes, right, it is 15% more than the ceiling limit of this Indra Sahani judgment of Supreme Court. So not only Bihar, but even many states, they already crossed this limit of 50%. So here you have to see what are the constitutional provisions regarding this reservation. So why there is increasing of demands for this reservation which is seen in the society. So this article is important from your polity point of view and even from your society point of view, which comes in GS paper 2. And here whatever the constitutional provisions that we are going to discuss, that will be important for your prelims and analysis based point of view. You can get mains question from this topic for sure. Is that clear? Shall we move on? Yes or no? If yes, type 1. If not, type 2. So even if you have doubts, so please text your doubts in the comment box. I will try to address them. And if you move on, in the state space there is nothing much important. You can leave that page. Yes, here you can see one article. Hold talks with K Rail on Silver Rain Railway Board tells Southern Railway. So here in geography you will be having this chapter called as transportation. So in transportation, so how many means of transportation is there? So we have roadways, railways, airways, waterways, and now we are talking about cables. Yes or no? Uneven pipelines. So these are the means of transportation that we have. So here we are talking about railways. So in railways, we have Northern Railways, Central Railways, Southern Railways, Eastern Railways, Northeastern Railways, right? And even you have to know where they are present. Okay, headquarters. And if you see here, this article says that Silver Line project. So here you have to see some facts regarding the Silver Line project. So what is that? So what is the speed? And where is this located? So in which state? So all these things that you have to remember. And we have to see even railway zones. Right? So this is about this topic. And if you move on, here you can see two important articles. So first article, it is about Zika virus cases. Center asks states to intensify surveillance. So here this article says about this Zika virus disease. In our science and technology, we will be studying one chapter called as diseases. So in those diseases, we will be dividing the diseases into communicable and non-communicable. So here you have to see what is the Zika virus disease. So it is transmitted by here mosquito. So which is that mosquito? And you have to see what is the treatment and whether there is any vaccine is present or not. And you have to see even severity of that disease. And apart from that, if there is any important signs and symptom, yes, you have to remember that. So in the Zika virus, we have one symptom called as microcephaly. What is the meaning of microcephaly? Micro means small, ceph means nothing but head. So especially if any pregnant woman, she is suffering with this Zika virus disease, so the head circumference of that fetus will be very less. So that so-and-so born child will be having very small size of head. So that is the thing that we can see in this Zika virus. Okay, and you have to see how the transmission of this disease is happening. So all these things that you have to remember from this article point of view. And even one more interesting thing that you can relate here is you can draw a map of India and you can point out in which areas in our country there is increased cases of this Zika virus. Correct? So these are some perspectives that you need to know regarding this topic. And next topic is police pose as buyers, arrest 5 with tusk, sand, boa and antlers. Yes, wildlife poaching is happening. So it comes under organized crime. So it comes under organized crime. So for examples of this organized crime here is terror funding, money laundering, etc. And even wildlife poaching, illegal trading of animals also comes under this organized crime. So here you have to see what are the reasons. So what are the reasons for this illegal trading of animals, and even what are the laws which are present in India and as well as globally to address this issue of wildlife trading. Okay, and even if you have time, you can see which are the animals are traded. All these things are important from this topic, and it is important from your environment and ecology point of view. And even this is also one problem of internal security as well. Clear? And now let us move on. We can directly go to this editorial page. So this article is talking about 70 hours of work. So actually Infosys co-founder Narayan Murthy, he said that youngsters in our country, they need to work at least 70 hours per a week so that we can make our country and we can increase the status of our country from developing towards developed country like Germany, Japan. So these are some things which mainly said by this Infosys co-founder. So here you have to see what are the advantages of working 70 hours per a week and even disadvantages. So this article which said about just what are the problems of working 70 hours per a week. So we are going to see both, okay, so that you will be getting some important dimensions or perspectives regarding this topic. And next topic, it is about India-Bhutan relations. So this article is focusing on what are the projects that we are going to come in the future between India and Bhutan. So because Bhutan king, he is going to have 8-day visit, okay, so in that visit, so what are the MOUs, so what are the agreements that are signed, that thing which is given in this article, and we are going to see that in detail. And even we have to see the map of Bhutan, okay, so Bhutan map is also very important. And your homework, it is to open your atlas and you have to see the boundary between India and Bhutan. And here one more important issue you have to link here is, in 2017 there was Doklam standoff. Doklam standoff. It is between India and China. So where is the location of this Doklam? So this Doklam, which is the place where tri-junction between India, Bhutan and China. So here, yes, Bhutan is involved. So this Doklam issue is also very much relevant to India-Bhutan relations. So in this way you have to connect what happened even in the past as well. So in this way you have to read or study this current affairs from international relations point of view. In this opinion page, here you can see in troubled waters in Qatar. So this article is also very important because 8 Indian Navy people, they had been got death sentence in Qatar. So already we discussed this topic in very great detail, and here you have to see about map of Qatar and let me know which are the countries sharing boundary with this Qatar. Because yes, you can get one question for sure in your prelims regarding the countries which are sharing boundaries. So from that point of view, so from map based questions point of view, you have to see the countries which are sharing boundary with the country which is in news. Okay, so from that point of view, I want to give you homework. You have to see which are the countries sharing boundary with Qatar. Clear? And this text and context, there is one article regarding DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo. So title says the massive displacement in Congo. So why? What are the reasons that we have to remember? And here why we need to study about what is happening in other countries. For example, in yesterday's class we discussed about Poland crisis because of political crisis or political instability in Poland and elections in Poland. And now what happened in Congo, there is displacement which is happening. So here in prelims you may get a question like, so they will be giving you the country like Congo, Poland, and they will be asking, so why they are in news? Okay, like Democratic Republic of Congo, like Rwanda, like for example Armenia and Poland, okay, and recently in Morocco, yes, earthquake happened, Morocco. Like that, they will be giving you the country's name and they will ask why they are in news. So from this point of view also, you can expect a question. So that for at least 1 year, so which are the countries in news and why they are in news, you have to remember. So last time in 2023 prelims, there were 2 to 3 questions in that pattern. Okay, so you have to remember this also. And next topic, it is about how are the MiG-21 fighter jets being phased out. So this MiG-21 fighter jets are very, very important. And actually what happened, so recently here in 2019, Pakistan attacked India, right? So in Pulwama attack. In retaliation, so Indian army went for Balkot attacks. In that Balkot, so this MiG-21 placed a very, very important role. So because of this MiG-21, only our fighter jet captain, so he went for Balkot attacks, right? So now the issue here is, so on October 31st, here MiG-21 fighter jets, so and even number 4 squadron of Indian Air Force, they flew last time over this Rajasthan region. That means we are phasing out of this MiG-21 fighter jets. So here you have to know what is the role of this MiG-21 jets play. So actually they are supersonic fighter service of Indian Air Force, and when we inducted in our Air Force, so in 1963 we inducted that jets into our Air Force, and there are about more than 800 variants of the supersonic fighters. Okay, actually especially this MiG-21 that we used in our Indo-Pakistan conflicts. So in Indo-Pakistan conflict we used this MiG-21. Okay, so here you have to know what is this MiG-21. So MiG-21 is nothing but it is supersonic fighter jets of Indian Air Force. So this is very important thing that you have to remember. And even our Abhinandan Varthaman, he was a part of, and he was a saw action in February 2019 Balkot airstrike. So the thing I said, right? So this person, he used this MiG-21. So because of this, yes, the significance of this MiG-21 had been increased. Okay, so that thing that you have to remember. Right, so this is about our text and context today. And if you move on, you can move on to this news page. So the news page also, most of the articles are political articles. Please don't spend much time on this. So what are the articles I am highlighting? So go through those articles only, nothing more, nothing less. So this assembly polls page is not at all in use for UPSC. And here you can see the article. That is, Supreme Court directs Punjab and neighboring states to stop stubble burning. Always from last 10 to 15 days onwards, we are discussing these articles regarding this stubble burning. Just go and revise those topics, like what is stubble burning. So why Punjab and Haryana farmers, they are going for this stubble burning, and what will be the impacts of this stubble burning. And rather than that, so how government is taking some steps. So recently here Supreme Court also involved and said that we have to increase punishment for the farmers who are going for this stubble burning. And here you have to see what are the measures they are taken by the central government and as well as state government to control this stubble burning. So we discussed those topics number of times, so please do revise that topic. Is that clear? And next topic here is 7.5 million new case of TB recorded in 2022 shows WHO global report. So WHO global report which said that yes, there is increasing of number of TB cases. That to how much? 7.5 million, and the number is very big. So here you have to see what are the reasons. And here one ambition of this WHO, that is World Health Organization, it is to end TB strategy by 50% by at least 2025. But here if you see the number, so rather than decreasing by 50%, it is increasing by 50%. So I think it is a failure. So what is your opinion? It is a success or failure? So according to my opinion, it is a failure. And please analyze what are the reasons for this failure. Okay, so this is your work. I am not going to say the answer. Please let me know in the comment box. Don't forget, yaar. And in the world page, there is nothing much important, and even in this business page also. Yes, here you can see about 80% of funds for semiconductor PLI remain unused. So what are the funds which released for the semiconductor industries under this performance linked incentive that is unused? So what is the inference that we can get? So here companies, you are not much interested in this semiconductor production. Yes or no? Here in this context you have to see what is a semiconductor. So why we are increasing our influence for increasing of semiconductor manufacturing in India. So why we need to increase the semiconductor manufacturing? So what are the advantages? So everything that you have to remember. And this is about this article. And these are the important articles which are relevant from our examination point of view from today's current affairs. So now let us see the notes of today's class. And if you want to get the notes, you can join the Telegram channel. The link is given in description box. Clear? So the first article, it is about reservation, and we are going to see each and every point which is important from our examination point of view. Don't worry about the perspectives. Okay, so we are going to see everything here. So Bihar cabinet approved for the proposal to increase reservations for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and OBCs, that is other backward classes and extremely backward classes. So they have current quota is 50% and they are increasing to 65%. So if you see details, so what is the meaning of reservation? Always I am saying reservation, reservation, reservation. So what is that reservation? Especially if you are a beginner, so you will be getting doubt, right? So I want to resolve that doubt of beginners. So what is a reservation? Reservation, it is a process of facilitating people with education. Okay, so in education, in the job, in the scholarship, so government will be providing some affirmative action. So why? Because they are facing historical injustice. To make them equal with the mainstream society, yes, government will be taking some affirmative action. That is through reservation. So reservation is nothing but it is a quota based affirmative action. So even this reservation is governed by constitutional laws, statutory laws and local rules and regulations. So under this reservation system in India, it constitutes a number of initiatives like reserving access to the seats in legislature, in government jobs and even in enrollment in the higher education institutions. So in all these areas, yes, we have to reserve seats for the people who are facing historical injustice. And why we need reservation? Because these people like scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and OBCs, they face historical inequality. So do not have the justice, right? So for them, yes, government need to give some action, take some action, affirmative action, so that the discrimination will be removed and these people also will be moving forward in the society. And it is meant to achieve the promise of equality which is enshrined in the constitution. So to achieve the promise of equality, yes, we need to provide some affirmative action. And the important and main objective of this reservation in India, it is to improve social and educational status of underprivileged communities. And because of this, we can improve their lives and even we can improve the standard of living of the people. Yes? Now do you understand about what is reservation, why we need reservation? Yes or no? In earlier times, we used to have untouchability. So if you have read ancient history, so you will be knowing about the status of this scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Okay, at that time, how they are discriminated. So if you are talking about this constitutional provisions which are related to this reservation in our constitution, so here part 16 of Indian Constitution, which deals with reservation for scheduled caste and reservation for scheduled tribes. So they are talking about reservation for scheduled caste and reservation for scheduled tribes. And the constitutional authority of the president to set up commissions to assess and to suggest the remedies for the welfare of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe selections. And even there are some articles in our fundamental rights talks about this. That is Article 15 subclass 4 and Article 16 subclass 4 of Constitution. So it mainly extends the benefits of reservation to socially and economically backward classes. So in this way, we have some articles in the fundamental rights which talks about the reservation, especially for educationally backward classes and even socially backward classes. So why nowadays there is increasing of demands? For example, Marathas are demanding for reservation, Jats are demanding for reservation. So why? So because of agricultural crisis. So almost if you are talking about agriculture in India, it is based on rainfall, that is rainfall agriculture. And because of this climate crisis and climate change and because of El Nino this year, so there is insufficient rainfall. And even untimely rainfall is seen, and in some areas you are facing droughts, in some areas you are facing floods. So because of this, yes, now we are facing agricultural crisis. So Jats in Haryana, Patels in Gujarat, Kapus in AP, they believe that reservations, they will provide solutions for the rural distress because of crisis you're facing in agriculture. And the second important reason is because of unemployment. So if you see the reality or practically, so how many students they pass this BTech? So how many of you are from BTech? So please let me know in the comment box. So what happens? So degrees, we are getting this degree from the colleges, but if you see the jobs, so what are the things that we studied in our colleges, that skills are not meeting the real-time demand of the industries. So because of this, there is increasing of unemployment. So because of this unemployment also, it is influencing for the demand for reservation. And next one is privilege also. So agitation for reservation also arises from fear of losing privilege and inability to cope with the challenge or with the changes coming up day by day. And next one is salaries and wages. So wages in private sector, it is much lower compared to that of this public sector. So if you are getting a job in the public sector, you will be having a sukoon life. That means you will be having a free life. So you have to go to office in the morning and you will be returning in the evening, and you will be having job security, and you will come under organized sector. So you will be getting a lot of benefits. But that is not the case in this private sector. So because of this government job are more attractive. And demands for upper caste. So previously advantaged castes like Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Rajputs, they have begun to feel severely disadvantaged as they don't get any quotas even if they are economically disadvantaged. And next one is because of all these reasons, they want to integrate economical disadvantages group and they want to get reservation. So this is about this topic, and I hope I addressed each and everything regarding this reservation. Yes, and next topic it is about wildlife smuggling or illegal trading of wildlife. So we are going to see much interesting topics in this wildlife trading. So what is the meaning of wildlife trade? So in this wildlife trade, it involves sale and exchange of wild animals and as well as plants. So there is exchange of wildlife animals and plants, including live specimens, parts of animals, derivatives or transformed products. So this wildlife trade which happens at local level to the global level. For example, pangolin scales, they have good demand in international market, especially in the Chinese market. Okay. So regulated internationally by CITES, that is Convention to International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. And even wildlife trade in India is also banned. Okay. And what happens because of this illegal trading? There will be decreasing of number of animals that will lead to even extinction as well. So talking about this wildlife crime, it includes especially poaching, such as sport hunting of a fully protected species, and especially earlier kings, they used to go for chasing of tigers, killing of tigers. So it was a sport at that time. So because of that sport, here in India, cheetahs has become extinct, and now we came up with this project Cheetah, and we got cheetahs from Africa, and out of the 20 cheetahs that we got from Africa, 6 died till now. Yes or no? So this is the one problem, right? And this one is unauthorized netting or trapping of protected bird species. So that bird species can be used for consumption or even for illegal trade. So how many of you are having the pets which are exotic birds? Please let me know. For example, macaw parrot. And this one is trade in fully protected species, poisoning, illegal trade and hunting either outside the legal season or within protected areas. And next one is illegal shooting, poisoning, netting, liming, snaring of bird species. And next one is killing of protected dolphins to use as a bait for fishing or increasingly consuming dolphins, and as a response to falling fish catches, and killing of marine turtles, collection of their eggs. For example, you know about this olive ridley turtles, right? So every year we will be having breeding place or breeding festival that will be done, okay, along this Odisha coast, Kahir Mata, etc., right? So that is nothing but this marine turtles. But at that time, so a lot of turtles they had been killed and illegally traded. Okay, so for that Aribada, so what happens? So government will be taking a lot of measures to ensure the safe return of these turtles into sea. Right? So these are some important examples. And if you see about how you are checking this wildlife crime, so what are the provisions which are present globally? So first let us see the globally. What are the laws which are present to control this wildlife crime? So first one is we have International Consortium on Combating Wildlife Crime. So it is effect of 5 intergovernmental organizations. We have CITES, we have Interpol, United Nations Office on Drug and Crime, World Bank and World Customs Organization. So these are the 5 intergovernmental organizations. They came up with this consortium. And this consortium which provides support to international or national wildlife law enforcement agencies and even regional networks to prevent this wildlife trading. And this one is here we have Asian Wildlife Enforcement Network. So it is a regional interagency and intergovernmental organization. So it is trying to combat or stop transnational, that means the illegal transmitting or illegal trading of animals, plants between the 2 countries. And they will be also addressing cross-border wildlife crimes. And next one is member countries will be the members of ASEAN itself. And next one is South Asia Wildlife Enforcement Network. So it is also regional intergovernmental organization. So it will be focusing on cooperation between the member countries in South Asia, and they want to prevent these wildlife crimes. And even they will focus on policies and institutional capacity and strengthening, knowledge sharing, collaboration with national, regional and international partners. So who are the members of the South Asia Wildlife Enforcement Network? Here we have India and Pakistan. So 2 enemies are together, and we have Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka and Maldives. So here you can see China is not part here because China want to have every wildlife, right? So here China is not part. So if China is having the part in this South Asia Wildlife Network, so here India will be not focusing much because here Pakistan and China, they are all with the friends. Yes or no? So based on the members of the so-and-so organization, we can even analyze the functioning of that so-and-so organization. So if all the friends are there, then there will be effective functioning. So if there are the combination of both friends and enemies, then that will be like ineffective. And next one is here we have traffic. But in 2019, in your prelims, there was question regarding this traffic also. So traffic stands for Trade Records Analysis of Flora and Fauna in Commerce. So traffic, it is a wildlife trade monitoring network. So traffic is a wildlife trade monitoring network and is a joint program of WWF and IUCN. So it is very important prelims fact. So it is a program of WWF and IUCN, and they collaborates with national and state level governments. And the mission of this traffic, it is to study, it is to monitor and influence actions that curb legal wildlife trade. And now let us see what are the laws which are present in India to curb this illegal trading. So first one is we have Wildlife Protection Act under 1972. So under this act we have different schedules like schedule 1, schedule 2 like that. So here we are focusing on regulating and restricting this wildlife trade. And we have CITES membership also. India is a member of this CITES, so that it is focusing on international trade. So we have to decrease international trade in specific species which are listed under this appendices. And this one is we have this Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. So it is a statutory multidisciplinary body which comes under Ministry of Environment and Forest to combat organized wildlife crime in the country. So these are some important things that you have to remember from this topic point of view. And now let us see the next topic. It is about 70 hours a work. 70 hours work a week. So this article is also at most important. So now let us see here. So who said the statement? That is Infosys co-founder, that is Narayana Murthy. He said that youngsters in our country, they have to work at least 70 hours per week, so that what happens, so we can increase the status of India from developing to developed like Japan and Germany. So he emphasized on need to improve India's labor productivity. So we have to increase labor productivity, and he cited Germany and Japan as examples. So how those countries they became developed because of their contribution after World War II. So this is a thing which mainly said by this person. And what are the advantages? So first one is we can increase productivity. So first one here is we can increase productivity. So advocates, they argue that longer work week that could potentially result in higher productivity, because more amount of time which is spent on work, on tasks and projects. So because of this, automatically it will increase productivity. For example, Japan and Germany, they increase productivity because of this longer working hours after this World War II. And next one is higher economic growth. So here, whenever we are working around 70 hours in a week, that will boost economic growth, as more work hours they contribute to increased production and innovation. So in that way, we can reach our goal of 5 trillion economy soon. And next one is there will be also increased global competitiveness. So in the globalized world here, longer work hours that will help Indian professionals to remain competitive with the other countries' job market. Okay. And next one here is that will be also have higher potential of tax revenues for the government. So whenever government is increasing this or it is getting more tax revenue, that will be helpful for spending of that tax on the developmental projects, such that we can address the problems like poverty, hunger, malnutrition, improving of standard of living of people. So we can achieve the sustainable development goals as well. And next one is we can also get an opportunity for skill development. So if you are investing some extra time in the work, then we can also automatically get or gain the skills. And next, if you see the disadvantages, so first one is if you are working for the long hours, that will decline productivity. Okay, so research which mainly says that productivity declines significantly after 50 hours of work per week and drops further 55 hours. So that happened in Germany and as well as Japan. So that what happened, they decreased this working hours later. And here, because of working for the long hours, automatically the calories in your body that will be burned out. So here this is the thing which mainly said. So here these people who are working more than 70 hours per a week, they experience burnout and high level of stress and mental health problem. So because of this, it will be having negative impact on your individual health. And this one is increased healthcare costs due to stress. So what happens whenever we are working for long hours, that will result in high healthcare cost, because when you are facing any sleep abnormality, or if you are facing anxiety, depression, and whenever there is increasing of work tension, stress, that will be also leads to hospital admissions. Right, so this is the reality that we can see. And next here is there will be also negative effect on family life. So here people here are working long hours in office, right? So because of this, they will be getting very less amount of time to spend with their family. So that what happens, there will be blockage of family relations as well. And there will be no proper work-life balance that can be seen in future. And there will be diminished creativity and innovation. So overworked people, they frequently exhibit less creativity and as well as less innovation because of tiredness. And this one is work quality. So if you are working for longer hours, do not always translate into better work. So tried employers, they are more prone to make mistakes. And this one is that will also leads to increasing of gender inequalities. So extended work hours, they may also have some negative impact on women. That will further leads to increasing of gender inequality in the society. And there will be negative impact on the community and the society as well. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to remember. And next topic it is about India-Bhutan relations. So this article is important from your international relations. And here we have to see like which are the agreements, which are the projects that we are going to have in future. Okay, so that thing we are going to focus on. So here the decision which is taken by India and Bhutan, they want to focus on infrastructure and they want to improve the connectivity. So first one is they want to focus on infrastructure and next one is they want to focus on connectivity during the talks. Okay, so here actually the fifth king, that is Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk, he is an important marker towards more bilateral driven regional initiatives. So we are going to have the talks with this king, this fifth king of Bhutan, and we are going to have to sign some agreements, memorandum of understandings. So first one here is, so they came up with completing surveys for Cox's Galepchu railway link, and this link which connects Bhutan to Assam, it is very, very important. Okay, and even they talked about another railway link which is going to connect Bhutan with West Bengal as well. And whenever we are coming up with this railway links, so it will also helpful for connecting Bhutan with even Bangladesh as well. Okay, Bhutan with Bangladesh. So Bhutan's economy, which is especially depend upon the tourism sector and as well as hydropower. But because of this COVID-19 pandemic and climate change and as well as global warming, so it is leading to some challenges in Bhutan. Like, so people, they are coming out of Bhutan, that is called as emigration. So emigration of educated youth and professionals is the one of the major challenges which is faced by this Bhutan. And whenever this type of projects will come up, okay, by these two countries, for example, if you are going for development of special economic zones, then that will helpful for the driving of growth and as well as investment in the kingdom. So this is the thing which mainly said by the king. And in addition here, Bangladesh signing which is called as trade agreement, that will increase like Bhutanese exports of local produce and will also build more markets for Indian and Bangladeshi products in the sub-region. So in this way, both Bangladesh and India, they are beneficial. And this one is, one important worries of India is Chinese push to South Asian trade, infrastructure projects, and even China which is coming up with strategic ties like some Bhutan-China boundary agreements, etc. And whenever this type of agreements which are accepted by Bhutan, so it will be threat for India because we have Chicken Neck Corridor or Siliguri Corridor. Okay, so if this area which is occupied by China, then from mainland India, so we will be losing connection with northeastern states. So this is one cause of concern. So here we are focusing on security and prosperity for this northeastern region. So it is one cause of concern of India. Right, so this is about this topic. And next topic is massive displacement in Congo. So this article is important from your international relations and especially from prelims point of view. You can expect a question, what is happening in Congo, why it is in news. So if you see the context, it says that the conflict is seen in this Democratic Republic Congo, and this conflict is not new now, it dates back to 1990s. Okay, so during this 1996 and 1998, there were two civil wars which happened. And this conflict which erupted because of this Rwandan genocide in 1994, where ethnic Hutu extremists, they killed nearly 1 million minority, that is Tutsis. So it is a conflict between Hutu and Tutsis. Okay, Hutus and Tutsis. So the minority were Tutsis and majority were Hutus. And if you see the details here, the Rwandan genocide which led to killings of around 2 million Hutu refugees. And those people, they crossed Rwanda into North Kivu and as well as South Kivu provinces of this DRC. and here they organized ethnic militias in DRC fearing prosecution. So there are multiple rebel groups and several actors are fighting in the regions. They have carried out widespread killings and even sexual violence and massive human rights atrocities which are happening in this DRC now. So where exactly this DRC is located? Here we have Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, so this is the area, and you have to see which are the countries who are sharing boundary with this DRC. So here we have Rwanda. So from Rwanda, the people they came enter into this DRC. So because of these people who enter into this DRC, now the civil war which is going in this DRC, right? So please let me know which are the countries sharing boundary with this DRC. So open your atlas and see this. Okay, it is not request, it is an order. And now I want to announce about these courses. So please try to join these courses because it is most advantageous for the students. So here we are going to launch this mains answer writing course from 13th of November. So the new batch is going to start from 13th of November. So the key highlights here is if you are a beginner or if you already gave your attempts. So if you are facing problem in answer writing and if you have fear of just writing an answer, if you are having a fear of lacking of content like what to write and what not to write and how to present your knowledge, because you will be having lot of knowledge because you will be reading NCERT, standard books, so and so. So you will be having lot of bundles of content from single topic. So how to concise that into 150 words or 200 words or 250 words, that will be a great challenge. And even time is also a challenge in this mains, right? So to gain that knowledge like how to concise the content and how to present an answer in a well represented format, okay, and that too within a less time, so you have to join this course. So here we are covering entire GS, which includes paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4 along with essay and case study. So on every Sunday you will be having essay and case study practice, and for every question that we are providing and for every essay and case study we will be giving you the model answer so that you can download that model answer for further reference. And this one here is we are going to have detailed evaluation of your answers. So what are answers that you are writing? So there will be detailed evaluation and we will giving you the detailed feedback like where you are going wrong, so where you are going right, so what are the strengths and what are the weakness, everything we are going to give in a feedback. And there will be live doubt clearing sessions on every Sunday, and there we are also going to have practice of essay and case study. And one more thing here is the cost of this course is 8,200 rupees, and even if you can't pay that amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. So try to join this, and the classes will be taken by me only so that you will be getting a mentor guidance. I will be guiding you personally. Okay, so this is about this course, and we are also going to launch ethics course, ethics live online course, and this course is going to be started from November 15th onwards, and the cost of this course is 4,000 rupees. So within this 4,000 rupees you are going to get 130 to 160 marks in ethics for sure. So I can ensure you 100% that if you join this course and if you practice answers and case studies that under my guidance, yes, I can ensure you that you are going to get 130 plus marks in your ethics. So here we are going to cover entire ethics theory concepts in within 50 hours of live classes. So every day the classes will be there from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and it covers each and every subtopic. So we are focusing on the keywords and examples of the keywords from our day-to-day life and even the textbook examples. Okay, so we are going to focus on examples. And here we are also focusing on case studies. So there are 3 types of case studies, and in the 3 ways you can answer those case studies. So we are going to see how can you answer those case studies in stepwise, so that here you will be having a complete grip on case study presentation. And we are also having this daily mains answer practice. So on the topic that I discussed, I will be going to give you the question at the end of the class, so that you have to write answer and you have to send your answer to our mail ID, so that evaluation will be also done. And if you are missing that live on that day, you will be getting the recorded classes as well. And there will be doubt clearing sessions and personal mentorship will be available for you. So the cost of this course is 4,500 rupees. So try to join this. And if you have any doubts regarding these courses and if you want to enroll these courses, so please contact me on this number 8074765513. And even we are going to have previous questions of ethics analysis as well. Okay, so this is the number, and even this is the WhatsApp number, so that you can text me on this number as well. So try to join this course. It is very, very useful. Okay, so by this I am concluding. That's all for today. So these are the important current affairs that appeared in our today's Hindu. If you really like this class, hit the like button and don't forget to enroll to these courses. And please do share this video and do subscribe to this Rathod IAS Academy YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching.